Good Monday, YouTube modeling community. This is Rusty Roeder, bringing you a Mental Monday and mail call. We'll kind of do the mental thing first. Just thoughts in my brain, so to speak. It's kind of a topic a lot of people like. So there's some that don't like. There's some that's kind of torn, and that's 3D printed parts. First of all, they can be kind of pricey, depending on the extent that you go to. I mean, there's sometimes I have things that are custom made, one off. So, I'm paying for the person creating the file, and usually, they're a CAD designer or a computer whiz, and then I'm paying for the part. But to get that one-off special part that is really going to make your build stand out, sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes you may have to save up to do that. That's all. Nobody says that you have to use this, you have to use that. It's your model. You can do whatever to it however you want. That's the best part about it. Just in the genre I build in, even for classic hot rods, there's just some parts that just aren't available, and I'm not going to spend $30-40 on another kit and have a kit that was brand new that I just bought to get one part out of, unless I'm going to cast it and get multiple parts and make it feasible. That way, then I can put that part back with that kit and build it down the road. I just don't buy a kit to scrap it out and use it for parts. I just to me, I can't bring myself to do that. If it's a kit I picked up and it's missing parts, and then I bought it specifically for parts, that's one thing. That's why I go down the 3D route. To me, it's top-notch detail, and it's all, especially with pro touring, in that genre, it's hard to find somebody that makes the super wide rear tires like those guys are running on their cars, and the new style wheels. They don't produce those in kits, and not to mention all the other parts. Say if you're doing a build and you want it to have power steering, you want it to have the full racing master cylinder and the brakes and the all those little parts, they can be 3D printed and ultra fine, super detail. And to me, that's what I look at. If the kit has a lot of super good detail there, good bones, that's what draws me down a rabbit hole with that build, and my mind goes bleh, and next thing I know, I'm 3, 4, 5, 6 months into a build. I do like to open a box and build it, just paint it, and don't do any detail to it whatsoever, and so on and so forth. I save those to kind of break the monotony of the super big builds I do. And it's just, over the years, I've found it's easier for me to do the super detail because that's really all I've done in the past 5 years. And once you kind of get used to something, you get better at it, and you get better and you get better. And the next project, the challenge becomes a little easier. And that's kind of how I perceive it and how I run with it. So, don't count the 3D printer guys out. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not going to be one that's going to be making to mass produce and resell and, try to make a lot of money at it. My main goal is to be able to print the parts I need and yet gain some files and print out some things that I want, that I can make it myself cheaper. It all falls under that balling under a budget. Everybody's budget's different. I'm not a poor man. I'm not a wealthy man. But, to keep my hobby from digging into my own pockets, I look for ways, and that's for me to do 1 or 2 commission builds, and I take my profits from that, and then I put back into my hobby. That way I don't have to take out of my own personal, my own personal pocket to pay for that stuff. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Like I said, I've been on Instagram for over 5 years before I came to YouTube. So it's not like I'm just coming out of the gate with starting off brand new on YouTube. I am as far as video aspects go, and learning the editing and all that. But as far as modeling, I mean, I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. I took breaks like everybody else, and you know, and I always get drawn back into it because it is my passion. But there's ways around it, and sometimes there's not, and especially if it's that one build you're looking for. You okay? I mean, it's a build for you, so you're not rushed. You can take a month or two and save $5 here, $2 there, and save up and have that part made that you're wanting that wow factor on that build, or just build it how you want to. The sky's the limit, and it's totally up to you as a builder on how you do things. But that 3D printing goes right in along lines of, especially now in dioramas, all these tabletop games. It's a huge market, and it's only getting better. Now they're printing rubber tires, so you don't have to deal with a hard tire if you don't want it. You can get a soft rubber tire. They're making or designing liquid forms of metal that can be 3D printed through a resin printer, so you can print metal parts too. I mean, doesn't matter. It's just knowing how to work everything. And that's the part I'm struggling with, is figuring all that part out. I'll get it. Like I said, though, it'd be nice if I knew somebody who's local and they have some spare time to sit down with me and kind of give me the 1, 2, 3s of it all, maybe 2 or 3 times. But that, it's not realistic. That's not always going to happen. So I'm fortunate enough. My oldest son is a computer engineer. I have to work around his schedule when he has time. He comes over. My middle son is 30 plus years old, and he took CAD design in college for a year, maybe a little more than a year. I'm not positive on that, but he did go to college for that at one time. And they're both super, smart, savvy when it comes to technical stuff like that. So they're helping me too. And there's been a few gentlemen that's reached out and helped me via phone calls and emails back and forth and texts to help me get it going. And it has helped. It's just I'm not there yet. But if I do and I get to where I can do it, I don't have, as long as you cover my materials, I'll make you something if I can. Or if it's something I show you and you're interested in, no problem. Because like I said, it's not something to get rich at. It's just something to cover the cost of this hobby to me. Because I'm trying to grow this channel, first and foremost. And, to bring better content creates an issue in me when I say balling on a budget. I don't have a lot of money in my budget. So I can't bring the big extravagant builds to this channel right out of the gate. Buy all the best paints and this, that, and the other. And I'm just, trying to show you ways that I can use, cheaper items and achieve the same end goal. So, I hope you guys like that. And, again, thank you for all the subs. The channel is still growing. It is slowing down, which is to be expected. It's not out of the norm. I never expected to go from 0 to 1 million and, everything else. I never expected to be where I'm at right now. I'm truly humbled. When I say that, I mean it, because if, anybody knows me, I'm a private guy. I'm very humble. I don't expect nothing. I try to pay it forward all the time, because when I did get back in the hobby, I had so many gentlemen that did help me. If I needed a part, they sent it to me. They didn't ask for nothing in return. Or they gave me advice, or, tips and techniques, that helped me along the way. And I've mentioned those guys before, and they're super awesome guys, and I know you guys are well aware of that. So we'll get to this mail call. Didn't get a whole lot, but did get a few things. We'll start with this gentleman right here. Where'd he go? I can't pronounce your name, David, your last name. I'm sorry, brother, but David at, let's see, we'll turn you around here. There we go. Plastic Imagination Workshop. I've followed this gentleman for a little while. It's a great shop card. He kind of depicts all different genres of building, which is awesome. I like seeing a variety. When I'm scrolling through and trying to find something to watch, a variety is nice. It gives you tips and tricks on all different things, and and his accomplishments and his struggles. And I like to see that. And David, after talking to him, he's a great guy. So from the bottom of my heart, David, thank you for the card, brother. It's going up on the shelf of fame. I contacted him about a here it is right here, a balsa wood airplane, because even when I went to build model cars, I was still working on these things. I absolutely have loved them since I was a kid. I think I was more fascinated with these and remote control airplanes before I even started building model cars. It's just, to me, it's a rich man's hobby. These are a little more affordable, and no, I do not fly them. I build them, try to paint them to look like that. Most of them got, as a kid, you blow them up with firecrackers or bottle rockets in them, and they crash and burn, and you're done. But I did buy one a few years ago, and I started. I haven't finished it yet. But David, out of the kindness of his heart, sent me this kit, and I promised him that I will build this on this channel. It won't be a selected thing. It'll just be updates as I go and show you, where I'm at on it, and then we'll probably do a final on the build when I get it all done, because it's not going to be something I'm rushing. I like to take my time on them. The older kits tend to be a little more fragile, so you have to be very careful with cutting the balsa wood off the sprues and everything else. So, but this blows me away. Somebody that was thoughtful enough that just sent that to me. I was going to pay for it. I didn't know what they were worth, so he just, out of the kindness of his heart, sent it to me. So, David, if there's anything I can ever do, brother, you just let me know, and I'll be glad to return the favor. But I'm floored again. Second gentleman needs no introduction. Old Tom at Rambler 69. I followed this gentleman for a long time. Before I even got on YouTube, as far as my own channel. Friend Henry told me about him, and I checked him out way back then. I've been following him ever since. He does amazing work. Love the shop card. Killer clown. Clowns creep me out, by the way, but this is still a killer shop card. He also sent me a sticker. I've already got it over here on the fridge. You can see him down there, along with all the other guys and many others. Excuse me. I've been outside all day, and allergies are horrible, so pardon me for my snorting and coughing and everything else. I'll turn you around here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, both those gentlemen, great channels. If you're not following, get over there, give them a sub, show them some love, leave them some comments, let them know that you're watching their stuff. And same way with me, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment, drop a sub. Doesn't cost nothing. This channel's only going to get bigger and better, I hope. And then the other thing that came in the mail from Model Roundup, gift from my wife for Father's Day. It came in early last week, but I saved it for today. I was always leery of getting this kit to put in the stash because I always thought it was just that way only. Until I saw HPI Guy's video showing that it could be built, 3 ways. And I had a 58 years ago, and now I've got another one back, and this one's going to get built. I already got an inspiration photo that I found that is what I'm going to build it as. So, I couldn't be none happier. And then we got 2 items in where I talk about trying to find stuff so I don't have to spend the big dollar. I'll have plenty of it. This is 0.05 millimeter flat rubber hose. And this can be used for like vacuum lines, serpentine belts, just V belts. It don't matter. But I mean, you got a whole 750 feet of it for it's like $6, if that. I think it was $5. And then this is what I thought I was getting. I didn't get. This was supposed to be solid rubber hose, and it turned out to be the nylon cord. But if you look at it really close here, I don't know if you guys can pick up that detail or not. It looks like the black braided line. So even doing a radiator hose, and you're doing all black themed, lines and hoses, you can pull it off with this. You just put, a nice little fitting anodized fitting on the end of it, and you'll achieve that look. I'm sure my daughter and my wife will use most of this, making necklaces and all that stuff. But I have it. I have more than enough that, you know, I'll never use all that. And that was $7 or $8. So, you know, I'm set on all that. That's all I got in this week. I want to keep this video right about 20 minutes. 5 minutes over this week. I wanted to keep it 15, but I want to talk about something else. So, there's a lot of gentlemen that get their wives involved, via whether it's on a video or, you know, building a model or a child. My kids had a little phase of the plastic snap together NASCAR models back in the day. That neither one of them are, you know, model crazy or anything like that. They appreciate it and they do support me with it. But, you know, they're into computers, video games, stuff like that. Even as grown men, that's their hobby. And everybody's got to have one. But my wife is super supportive of the hobby. And so in return, I do what I call a wife's choice build every year. She'll come down to my shop and she'll pick out a kit, the engine for it, the tires and wheels, the paint, you know, so on and so on. And I kind of let her have free reign and take her thoughts and ideas on it, how she wants it to look, and that's what I put in that build. It's generally a quick build. I try to do it in less than a month. This time around, being on YouTube, I'm going to post my progress. That'll be on Wednesdays. It'll just be a quick little progress update on it. Wife's choice. So make sure you guys set your bell notifications for these videos, because I'm going to pack quite a bit in each video and still try to keep it three major videos a week and maybe one tech tip, if I could talk, a week. And I may still even incorporate that into one of the videos to keep it, you know, keep it flowing smooth, not getting crazy. I'm going to bring you around here. It's going to be easier because I don't want to get out of its case today. But this was, maybe I'll take the lid off. This was hers last year. We just started this last year. It's the AMT re-release of the 64 Belvedere. She picked Splash Paint's Pink Panther, pink. Steve Zimmerman Mopar Rally wheels. They're 23s in the back, 19s in the front. I only use the flames on each side of the fender. The decals as far as the badging and all that for the kit. Two-tone gray interior. It is flocked. Nothing special. There's a few little bells and whistles inside. Some Ken's dice. They're not fuzzy, but just the Ken's dice on the rearview mirror. It's got the 426 non-Hemi in it. It's all Molotov chrome trim. I did detail the battery up. I ran the ignition wires around to the ignition box, up to the alternator. This is from outs.and. Same way with the radiator or the heater hoses. Kit radiator hoses. Those are Slicks decals for the battery. Kit decals for the air cleaner. That does come off, and that is a Fireball Model Works carburetor. Outs.com fuel filter. It has a Morgan's Automotive Detail pre-wired distributor and coil. The door handles are Fireball Model Works Mopar, early Mopar door handles. Underneath was just detail painted. Like I said, just a quick detail. You know, and you know, she absolutely loved it. So we keep the theme going every year. And this year she has picked the let's back up here real quick. She has picked the 1969 Chevy Nova, one with the yellow one and the blue one on the box art, cowl induction hood, Steve Zimmerman wheels. We will break that out and I'll show you the actual pieces that I'm using. And you know, some goodies this time around. So, but it's still going to be tried to do it in under a month. I'll update every time I get something done on it on Wednesdays, and then we'll review the final product that Wednesday versus pulling out one of my old kits. So I still want to keep it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays until, you know, further notice. And we may pop one up in there in between here and there. Wednesday, we will go over the NASCAR body. I went ahead, nobody was interested in it, and I didn't think they would be. But I went ahead and 2K cleared it, and I'm going to show you the new 2K clear I used. It is automotive based. $65. I got a quart of each, the hardener and the clear. And I figured if I was going to test spray on anything, it would be that body because I'm not using it. And to see if it would eat the water-based automotive grade paint. Had no issues. Sprayed beautiful. It sprayed just as good, if not better, than Splash. I love Splash paints. It's not a knock against them. It's just, you know, $30 for one shot of Splash. That'll maybe do 3 model cars versus, you know, a quarter of this stuff that I can do probably 50 or 60 or more models. So it's cheaper this route, and I get just as good finish, and I'll show you so you can, you know, judge for yourself. Looking at this camera, this looks awful hazy, but like I said, I've been outside all day, so it may just be my eyes. So, you know, leave your comments down below. Drop your subs in there. Tell everybody you know about the channel. You know, the link for Hobby Nut Models will be down there in my descriptions, as well as my email. You know, hit that. Go there and buy you some MCW paint or some paintbrushes or tools, or pick you up a really good model kit that you've been wanting to get. You know, that helps me, and that's going to inadvertently help everybody else, because I'm going to be able to bring better stuff onto this channel. You won't have to look at all my junk all the time. I can bring something new, and we can build it and look at it together and do all the ins and outs on it. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. Like I said, Mark's a great guy, so, you know, nothing more. Hit that link, go down there, check out his website. You might just find something you like. And again, hit that bell notification so you can see all these great videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm enjoying myself thoroughly, and I thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. This means the world to me. So, until Wednesday, this is Rusty Rotor. I'm out.